Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Rumbo al Inglés. I'm Mike, your teacher, as always, and of course here we have Monica. Hi, Monica.
Hi, Mike.
Good. Would you like to know what we're going to do today, Monica?
Yes, I would like to know.
Of course you do, because you have to be involved with this, don't you?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, we may have to change the format for what we're going to do today. Originally, we had planned to do the second conditional. All right. After that, we're going to take a look at a phrasal verb, which is going to sound a little strange to you if you've never heard it, which is to make a killing. To make a killing. So first, let's practice with the second conditional, and then we'll come back to make a killing. So, the second conditional, the table, the formula, is if plus the past simple plus would plus the infinitive. Now, of course, most of you guys know at home that, of course, you can change it around. Would plus infinitive plus the past simple. We're going to try to practice both of these today. It depends on how good of a mood and how alert Monica is today. So let's go ahead and get started with some of the exercises. Here we go. I'm going to ask you some questions, Monica. Just give me some answers. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you lost your job, what would you do?
If I lost my job, I would look for another one.
Okay. If you looked for another job, where would you look?
Where?
Where?
If I looked for another job, I would look to...
Look to?
Look at?
Look at?
Look for?
Maybe. Go ahead.
If I lost my job, I would look for an educational job.
I'm a little
If
lost.
I lost my job, I would look for I would look for an educational job, you say?
I think.
Is
A
that
job
right?
in education?
Yes, a job in education.
Repeat that for me.
Okay, if I lost my job, I would look for a job in education.
Very good. Very good. All right, let's change it just a little bit. Try to make it a little more exciting.
Okay.
Are you rich?
No, I'm not rich.
I didn't think so. No offense.
Okay.
If you were rich, and by the way, I want everyone to be careful here with the verb to be. So don't forget, the verb to be, when we use the second conditional, is always, always, always going to be were. If you were rich, what would you do?
If I were rich, I would travel all around the world.
If you traveled all around the world, where would you go first?
First, if I traveled all around the world, I would go first to Africa.
Vale. I'm sorry. Okay. Very good. If you... tell me that again. I'm sorry.
If I traveled all around the world, I would go first to Africa.
So if you went first to Africa, what would you do there?
If I went first to Africa, I would go on a safari.
Okay. So if you went first to Africa, you would go first on a safari.
Yes.
If you went on a safari, what kind of animals would you see?
If I went on a safari, I would see wild animals.
That's true, but okay. What kind of wild animals would you see?
If I went to a safari, I would
What?
see. If I went on a safari.
That's right. Went on a safari. Went to. I don't think we say that.
No,
Very
I have
good.
to say on.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Okay. If I went on a safari, I would see lions, monkeys,
Lions?
elephants.
Wait. What is a lion?
Lion? A lion? Un león?
Lion.
Eh?
Lion.
Lion.
Pronunciation.
Okay, lion.
Lion.
Lion?
Lion.
Okay.
Lion.
Okay, I would see lions,
Okay. And tigers?
tigers.
And bears?
No.
No
Don't
bears.
think
No,
so.
bears are not. No thanks.
No, don't think so, I said.
Okay. So no bears in the jungle, apparently. No bears in Africa.
Don't think so.
All right. If you saw any wild animals, would you try to feed them with your bare hand?
If I saw any wild animal, I wouldn't try to feed
What?
them. If I saw a wild animal,
You
I
guys know
would.
what you said before.
What did I say?
If I saw any wild animal. If you saw any wild animals.
Okay.
Animals are countable, by the way, contrary to popular belief. Tell me again.
Okay. If I saw any wild animals, I wouldn't try to feed them.
What would happen if you tried to feed the wild animals with your hands?
If I tried to feed wild animals with my hands, they would bite me.
Exactly. And where would they bite you?
Where?
Yeah.
If I tried to feed wild animals, they would bite me in my hand, probably.
In my hand. Inside your hand.
No. On
would-
my hand?
They would just bite your hand. Typically, we wouldn't use the preposition with this. They would bite my hand.
Ah, okay.
But let's get this very clear.
I hate prepositions.
Most people do. They're very
Yes.
complicated for many, many, many reasons. But that's another class, of course. If you tried to feed animals on a safari in the wild, would they try to bite your hand? Would they bite your hand, or would they attack you? Would they try to ga 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 ga? Because that's a big difference. This is a bite,
No.
and ga ga is a complete attack. In which case, you wouldn't look so good after.
I think they would try to attack me more
They
than
would try to
bite me.
more than bite you.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you would receive a lot of bites.
Yes,
Maybe even bites on the head.
maybe if it's a monkey.
If it's a monkey, exactly. If it's a
Yeah.
monkey.
Hmm.
If it were a monkey.
If it was a monkey.
If it were a monkey.
If it were.
Yeah. Second conditional.
Mhm.
Verb to be is always.
Where?
Verb to be is always were. Exactly.
Mhm.
If it were a monkey, it would bite you on the head. Because everybody knows monkeys bite people's heads.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready to try to ask me some questions with the second conditional, Monica?
I think so.
Go ahead.
If you
Yes.
if you
I like it.
weren't teaching
Yes.
myself English,
What?
no.
Whoa.
If you weren't
I don't know where I am.
if you weren't
again.
teaching me English,
Okay.
what would you be doing?
If I weren't teaching you English, what would I be doing?
Yes.
If I weren't teaching you English right now, I would be taking a nap. That's a true.
That's
That's
the
a true
best
statement.
choice.
That's a true statement. More.
If you
Yes.
were
Yes. A woman.
no,
Mhm.
if you
Go
were
ahead.
a if you were a dad, what
A dad.
would be your son's name?
If I were a dad, my son's name would be Hayden.
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 Yes, that is the name for my. If I have a child in the
Yeah.
future,
Mhm.
I will name him Hayden. Hayden is my mother's maiden name. It's my middle name, Michael Hayden Bryan. So in order to keep my mother's name alive, I will name my son Hayden.
Can you spell it?
Of course I can.
Can you do it for me, please?
Oh, okay. Hayden. Hayden.
Hayden.
Yeah. Hayden, it was suggested to me by my in-laws, by my wife, that we should change. So the son's name will be Hayden Michael Brian Fernandez.
It's too long.
Oh, it's very long. It is.
Yes.
We have to keep the Spanish tradition going, though. No?
Mhm.
Okay, more.
If you were hungry, where would you go
If I were hungry,
to have dinner or to eat?
Ask me
Okay.
again.
Yes.
Make it simple.
If you were hungry, where would you go to eat?
Where would you go for to eat?
No.
Again, please.
If you were hungry, where would you go to eat?
If I were hungry, where would I go to eat? If I were hungry, I would go to my mother-in-law's house to eat. She cooks very well,
Mm-hmm.
especially her Spanish omelet.
Mm.
And the tiramisu, of course, is very good. Not as good as yours, though, Monica. Good. More for the teacher.
If you were an artist, what would you like to do?
If I were an artist, I would like to paint pictures of monkeys.
A monkey
Only
monkey
monkeys.
artist.
A monkey artist.
Okay.
A monkey artist.
Okay.
It's funny. Again, usually
Again.
once a show, Monica is very funny.
I have.
But usually we have to wait a long time till the end of the show
Yeah,
for
well,
her
now
to be
it's the
funny.
beginning.
Huh?
Now is the beginning
That's
of
the
the
beginning,
show.
that's true.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah, do know.
Okay,
Do you want me to take over now?
Yes,
Okay.
it's fair.
I think it is.
Mhm.
So, what would you do if you were stranded on an island? Stranded on an island.
Stranded, what is that?
Stranded is to be someplace where you cannot leave. So on a-
Aislado,
you got me, I don't know.
encerrado.
I don't know. God, man, I don't know. So you're on an island and you cannot leave.
Mhm.
Cannot leave. It's just you, an island, small island, and nothing else. You cannot leave. So,
Okay, if I were stranded in an island,
on an island.
I
Repeat.
would try to survive.
Okay, how would you try to survive? What would you do for food, for example?
Okay, if I were stranded on an island, I would try to look for food.
Play the game on it. Of course. Okay, if you couldn't find
You told me
food.
to be simple.
That's true. That is too simple. I can't work with that. I need more imagination.
Okay.
All right. Would you try to make a fishing pole and catch fish, for example?
Yes, and I would try, if I were stranded on an island, I would try to make a house with branches.
Branches.
No.
Okay. Branches. Sure. Branches from a tree.
Palm trees. With the
Palm trees.
Palm trees.
Okay. What would you do for fire? How would you make a fire?
I would try to crash 2 stones.
Crash. This is interesting. This is going to be interesting vocabulary now. To crash 2 stones?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's take a look at this. We use the same verb for this with stones. Okay. When people refuse to go to work because they want better working conditions, and in baseball, American baseball, when they're swinging, when a person's batting and they swing and they miss, it's called this. It's all the same word in English. And it is?
Crash.
Crash, no. I already said no to crash. Monica, follow me. Yeah.
I don't remember. I used to play baseball when I was little.
Really? You played baseball?
Yes, but Spanish baseball.
Man,
My way.
Well, still, I see.
Yeah, like-
My way.
Yes.
My way.
Yes.
Strike.
Strike. Eso, strike.
When people don't go to work, they are on strike.
Hmm.
When you're batting and you miss the ball, it is a strike. 2 stones,
You strike them.
strike 2 stones.
Okay.
A match,
You strike a match.
strike a match.
Anda.
That's magic English, I'd say. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, it is. Very good. So, you would strike 2 stones together to create a...
Fire.
That's true, but first you have to create a little something before it's a big fire.
Chispa.
Exactly, your Spanish is very good.
Yes. Let's see how your English is.
Yeah. A spark.
Spark. Yeah, when something is sparkling, es que...
Sparkling, yeah.
Yes, spark.
Right.
Chispa. Okay.
Okay, so you would create a spark
Mm-hmm.
by striking 2 stones together.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then it's a question of finding some food or cooking something. All right. You're not a very good fisherman, I can probably tell.
No.
I hope that doesn't offend you, but it looks like you maybe. Have you fished very much at all, ever?
I only fished once, and I caught a fish
Really?
on his eye. So I'm not a good fisher.
Fisherman.
Fisherman.
So you caught the
Fisherwoman.
fish. Well, okay, that's true. Fisherwoman. I don't know how typical that is. The fisher person, maybe, or a fisherman. Fisherwoman.
But it was this little.
But you caught it in the eye?
Yes.
In his eye, not on his eye, by the way.
In his eye. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
It's
inside.
inside his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So the fish probably died, didn't he?
Yes.
You're like, yeah, he died. Eh?
It was a small fish.
I see. I see.
Yes.
So we're going to assume that you were on an island.
Mhm.
Okay. If you were on an island, okay, you couldn't catch any fish. What would you cook?
If I were stranded on an island, I would try to construct traps.
Construct traps.
traps. That we learned that word last week.
We
I
did
think.
learn that word.
Yes.
You're right.
So
But construct is good, but there's probably something better we would
Make.
say. Make traps, build.
Build. Yeah, I was
Build.
looking for that word.
I know how you think. Very good. So you'd build traps
Yes, I would build traps for the animals,
to trap an animal.
to trap an
All right.
animal.
How would you build a trap?
A hole hidden by palm trees.
Hidden with.
With
Hidden with palm trees.
Yes.
Palm trees or the leaves?
the leaves from the palm trees.
All right. Then let's say that you caught a wild pig. 'Cause they're dangerous. All right. You caught a wild pig. Well, first of all, how would you dig the hole? A big enough hole to catch an animal. How
with
would you
my
dig?
hands and
No, you-
stones.
What? With your hands?
Yes, like in the beach.
Not a big, but a big hole. You got to have a
I'm
tool.
very strong and
Yeah,
persistent.
that's true. You're very persistent and
Persistent,
strong, I
yes.
know. But you still need something to make a tool.
I will make a tool.
I would make a tool.
I would make a tool with my navaja suiza. How do you
Okay.
say navaja suiza?
You got me. This is English
Navajas.
program, not Spanish program, girl.
When you go on a trip, you always have to keep with you a navaja suiza. It's like an instrument with so many knives
I think we typically
and
would call that a
scissors.
Swiss Army knife.
So I would have a Swiss Army knife, and I would build.
I would have
I would have a Swiss Army
knife.
knife, and I would build or shape a pala. How do you say pala?
A shovel.
A shovel, and I will dig.
I would. This is all
Sorry,
hypothetical, by the
conditional,
way. All hypothetical.
Okay, I would shape a
would-
shovel.
Well, you would make a shovel.
I would make a shovel,
Very good.
and I would dig
Dig. Very.
a hole
Mhm.
to trap an animal.
Very good. Very good. And would you kill the animal?
Yes, I would kill the animal.
Would you eat the animal raw, or would you cook it then?
If I had
Yes.
fire, I would
Had a
eat,
fire.
I would eat it cooked.
This is a good segue. This is a good way to enter the next thing we're going to do today. Talking about killing animals. To make to make a killing. To make a killing. What does that mean, Monica?
I don't know.
Okay. To make a killing means to make a lot of money. To make a lot of money at something. So it's just an expression that we use. So that's what we're going to practice right now, to make a killing. All right. If you invest all your money into the stock market, would you make a killing?
If I invested
If I invested
all my money on the stock
in
market,
the stock market.
in the stock, always on and in, it's
Hey,
difficult,
it's
eh?
very typical.
Yes, if I invested all my money on the
Sorry. Start again.
If I invested all my money in the stock market, I would
Make a killing.
make a killing. I forgot about the the word. I would make a killing.
Okay. Will you make a killing? Will you make a killing if you invest all of your money in a house?
If I invested all my money in a house, I wouldn't make a killing.
I said will, though. It's in the future, not a conditional. Although we can make that a conditional if you want. Would you make a killing if you invested all your money in a house in Spain? That's different. Spain is different.
It depends on the moment. Right now, I don't think so, because...
That's true. Now is not a good time to invest
Yeah.
all your money. It's
So
not a
right
good time
now-
to make a killing.
So right now, if I invested all my money in a house, I wouldn't make a killing.
Okay. In your opinion, what is a good way to make a killing?
To save and to save and use that money in buying different houses, different... What?
I just disagree.
Okay.
Grammatically, it's all great. It's great. But I disagree. Go ahead. Your strategy is to save money.
If you want to make a killing, you will have to make a business.
Make a business. I think one day we need to cover make versus do. Yes, make versus do. Make a business or do a business?
Do a business.
Okay. Or to be more precise, to start a business, right?
Yes.
All right, so tell me all again, and I will tell you if it's a good strategy or not to make a killing.
Okay. If you want to make a killing,
Yes.
you would have
Yes?
or you will have.
Well, it depends. If we're
Right.
speaking hypothetically, it would be would.
Okay, if you want to make a killing, you would have to do business.
Do a business.
Do a
But
business.
Basically to start a business.
To start a business.
You know,
Yeah.
to do business is a little different. To
Yeah.
start a business.
To start a business.
All right. What kind of business is a good business to make a killing? English?
A good business to make a killing could be tourism.
Tourism.
Tourism,
In
yes.
Spain?
Turismo.
Yes, I know. Yes, tourism. So tourism to make a
Yes.
killing. So tourism in Spain, I'm assuming you're talking
Yes.
about. Okay. But the question is, to make a killing with tourism as a business in Spain, isn't there already too much competition?
I don't know, Mike.
Well, help me. We can learn English
No, I
and we
think
can
there-
learn business. We can learn business
Okay.
English.
I think there isn't too many people doing tourism business in Spain
Okay.
because there's always new
Yes.
people that want to come to Spain.
There's always
And
new
Spain
peop-
is getting more popular. More popular? No, Mike.
No.
Yeah.
What is the gross domestic product of Spain?
Like what?
The GDP. What is the thing that brings in the most money for Spain right now? What is the business?
Tourism.
Aha! So, if you're going to enter a market where there's already established competition, in theory, are you going to make a killing?
So you agree with me?
No, that's my question. My question is, and for you out there as well, you entrepreneurs, in order to make a killing, is it a good idea to enter a market that is already established with competition? If you want to make a killing, not to make a business, to make a killing, to have a business that makes a lot of money. And your answer is, Monica?
Depends on what business you're thinking about in related with tourism. If you have different ideas and you are, how do you say, original?
Original.
Yes. And you find a place where there isn't too many businesses, maybe you make a killing.
Maybe you would. Maybe you would.
Maybe you would make a killing. It's very difficult to make a killing.
What if you made a killing by making a book about making a killing?
I think there are too many books about that.
That's true, but if you have an original idea, a new way about making a killing, wouldn't you make a killing on that new idea about making a killing?
Yes, I think you would make a killing with that,
Okay.
or you could.
Okay.
You can. Can you use a could instead of would with the conditionals?
Of course you can.
Okay.
Of course you can. You can always use could or would.
Mm-hmm.
Could you, okay, for example, could you make a killing if you were already rich?
Yes, you could make a killing if you were already
Rich. Because it takes money to make money.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, and it would be easier for them to
Okay.
make a killing.
It'd be easier for them
Yeah.
or for us.
For rich people,
Well, yeah, of course. That's the idea.
they can assume more risks.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, Monica, and everyone at home, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you, Monica, as always, for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching at home, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.